Okay, then. Sorry about this. Just give me a second. StreamYard just threw a surprise at me. Yes. Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1231 of Connecting the Thoughts. Code for today is when we hold the words inside us, they become sore. When we hold the words within us, they become sore. That is what we're talking about today. And words, very, very powerful. They have the power to shift lives. The questions you ask, the comments you make, the love you share, the caring you give through words, they can mean so much to someone. But when you hold these words within, when you hold these words inside, they become sore. More on this on the other side of the show reel. I do apologize for the little glitch in the middle. Facebook has been my home. It has been where these conversations started on May 1st, 2018. And as I went live, I received a notification that I've lost connection with Facebook, so I had to reconnect. So I do apologize because I am definitely not going to not be posting on my home. I do invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message, and I will catch you on the other side of the show reel. Welcome back to the conversation on day 1231 of Connecting the Thoughts. Good for today is when we hold the words inside us, they become sore. And what do I mean by that? Words, I believe, are very, very powerful. And I'm sure you do agree. The words we share, the words we think, because we do think, in we our thoughts are comprising of words, sometimes pictures, and then pictures obviously do translate into words. So words are very, very powerful. But when we hold these words inside us, when we have something to say to somebody, yet we hold it inside, they become sore. You begin to It's like this thing that is inside of you that is kind of stagnant. These emotions that are within you that are stagnant, and you're thinking, what is that one thing that I could do to release these emotions? Do you have to? I mean, if there's something that is important and you need to convey it to the other person, convey it. Have the courage to say it, because it comes across as important only because that person is important to you, right? You don't have that fire, you don't have that spark, you don't have that itch to share something with someone if they aren't important for you, right? So it's super important. If it is important to you that you share something with the other person, then speak it out, speak out your mind. Don't hold it within, because the more you hold back things, stop sharing things with the people that are important to you. That is how it's then going to begin to impact you. It's going to impact the relationship. It's going to make that relationship feel a little sore. It's going to feel a little strange. So whether it is words of appreciation, yeah, it is. Some of us actually hold back words of appreciation. I don't know what the logic in that is, but sometimes we don't appreciate people enough. We hold back words of appreciation. We hold back words maybe of anger because we don't want to kind of upset the other person. Very often we hold back suggestions. We feel like, oh, maybe the other person doesn't want to receive this. We make assumptions and we hold back things. We hold back love. We hold back sharing love with a person. How many of us here Our hey, Mohammed Abdul Shakur, thank you for joining us again. So sometimes we hold back love, even right. Sometimes the biggest regrets we have when our loved ones pass on is, I wish I had shared with them how much I love them. I wish I had told this person how much they mean to me. I wish I had appreciated them more. Children grow up, they leave the nest, they fly out, and there we are as parents thinking, I wish I hadn't, always been that nagging parent who wanted them to do the best. I wish I had appreciated them for who they are. I wish I had been there for them a little bit more, and given them the kind of attention, affection, the kind of listening that they deserved. So there are regrets that we tend to have, and just voicing it out to them, telling your children, I know I've been a very busy parent, but I would like you to know that I love you. I would like you to know that I appreciate you for who you are. And this can expand and grow and become a ripple effect to in other relationships too. Do not hold your words within. When you keep holding back and gulping down what you want to say, what you want to present to the world, it begins to feel sore inside. It begins to feel like this wound that is just not healing, because you're constantly, band-aiding it, and then constantly ripping the bandage to see if it's healed. So you're constantly making it go sore. It then you're pricking, you're hurting yourself over and over again by not sharing your 2 cents. You're not sharing what you have to contribute, and then those words then begin to settle inside and begin to just choke inside of you, and you begin to feel like a sense of soreness. Give me a yes if this is resonating with you. Give me a yes if there's ever been a time where you wanted to say something, but you held it back, and that continued to stay within you, and you wanted to, it just kept coming up over and over again. And this often happens with the relationships that we have with our near and dear ones. We want to say something, but we hold back. Fear of judgment, perhaps, fear of being misunderstood, maybe. We just hold back, but then that keeps coming up over and over again in different ways. Thank you, Shakur. So, yes, this is important that you share what is inside of you. This cleans the air. It cleans the air for the for both the people in the relationship, when you share what's on your mind, what's in your heart. And so it's super important that you present what is going on in your mind, in your heart, so that you can be clear, so that you can be lighthearted, and so that you can present yourself as you are. In fact, if you go back to my video of yesterday, I was talking about how two whole people make a relationship complete. So if you again are holding back something, that means you're not being whole in that relationship. You're not presenting yourself fully. And when you're not presenting yourself fully, then there's going to be a level of insecurity, there's going to be a level of something missing. And when that something missing is there, you cannot be present in the relationship as a whole, and therefore the relationship itself doesn't feel complete. Think about this. And also, when you need to share what you are presenting, make sure that you're presenting with the right tone of voice, with the right eye contact, with the right way of, you know, uh, when you're speaking to somebody, just make sure that you are in alignment with the person. Don't just rush through something for the purpose of, yes, she said I have to say it, so let me just say it. No, don't. Pick the right time, pick the right place, pick the right tonality. That makes so much of a difference. Body language. Be mindful of this, because we're always communicating. Sometimes we don't really need words to communicate, but it's always best when you say it, because when you listen to certain things, that impact can be so dramatic, so different, and so powerful. So, if this conversation was helpful, if this conversation was of value to you, please write in comments. Let's use the power of I am, and please write in comments saying, I am expressing. express gratitude, express respect, express love, express caring. And again, if there is something that you wished to have heard from somebody else and it didn't come to you, and because of that you're struggling, and if that person is important enough for you to struggle because you didn't hear it from them, reach out. Reach out. As children, sometimes we wait, we ache to, thank you, Yasin. So we ache to get appreciation from our parents. We ache to get appreciation from our parents. But, you know, after a point, you can come to that rapport where you can go up to your dad and say, hey, um, you know, tell me you love me. Or you can go up to your dad and say, hey, remember, this is what I had done. Were you how did you feel about it? Ask them openly, and ask them and tell them, because I really wished you'd be proud of me. Sometimes some parents need to be told that way, because it's their upbringing, it's their conditioning, to think that way. So yes, Shukur says it's been over 2 decades waiting for the right time. Honestly, that's a long time to be waiting. We need to get on DM. This has been a very long time to be waiting for the right time, and it's interesting that you wrote "write" as WRITE. Maybe you need to write it and share it. And some of you might say, "Oh, but I wanted to say it, but the person has passed on. Maybe it's not the right time." You know what? It doesn't matter. Sit down and write it. And I'm just going to take it from what Shakur wrote. Write down. Sometimes you can write down what needs to be conveyed and just say it out there, because those words that are inside of you are actually becoming sore. They are hurting you. They are making the relationship sore, and it's hurting you even more that you're not saying it, because that little person inside of you, that person, that inner voice of you is saying, hey, but I need somebody who will listen to me. And if you're the one who's suppressing your inner voice, that means you are not listening to your own inner voice. And how hurtful can that be? What is the difference between love and affection? There are different shades of love, there are different shades of affection. It really depends on how you're looking at it and what lens you are wearing to look at both these relationships. Love, affection really depends on how you're looking at it. What filter are you using? And as I said, there are so many shades of love and also affection. More on this on another day, perhaps. I've already taken a lot of your time. Thank you so much for listening in. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And again, if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe to the channel. And if this conversation has been of value to you, as I said, please write in comments saying, I am expressing. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so much. Yes, it is day 1231 at a stretch, no slacks, every day since May 1st, 2018. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for paying attention. Thank you so much.